Howdy, homesteaders. New Year. Forgive me. I look like a hot mess. We just got back from Texas yesterday. We're still recovering. We're settling in. We're reading. We got the puppies. We're cuddling. So anyway, the wife and I wanted to make I wanted to make a quick little video. The wife's probably not going to be happy that I'm about to show her on camera. But anyway, we're both reading and we're quoting quoting to each other, right? And we come to find out we're reading two completely different books. I am reading Integrated Design of Sustainable Buildings. It's a college book I picked up in integrated or sustainable building design class I took back in college. One of the worst classes I took. The chick who was teaching it was a master's student who just regurgitated all of her stuff that she'd learned. Everything was like 10 years out of date. I went into it so excited as a homesteader, thinking like I'm going to learn all these awesome practical ways of like saving steps, etc., etc. No, all hippie jargon, da 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 da. So anyway, I'm reading this book. She's reading. What are you reading?
The Modern Homestead Manual.
The Modern Homestead Manual. So anyway, I'm now into chapter 2, A History of the Environmental Movements, and they're explaining it. And one of the things they say here is, and this makes me absolutely laugh, they're talking about the timeline of the development of green sustainable building practices, right? It says, to explain the interdependence of the environmental movement and the green building movement, we must consider a number of overlapping factors. And the very first bullet point that they give is something to consider for why the green movement has come to be. The tenacity and dedication of key international leaders in pushing global legislation, craft treaties, and action plans on behalf of environmental protections. Not even progressive international countries, right? Like, no. Key global leaders, specific people. Like, they might as well suck our former Barack Obama. They might as well pay oral homage to former leaders of this country and like the Paris Climate Accords of another country, or of Europe. It's absolutely hilarious. Meanwhile, my wife's book says this.
Governments, by their nature, discourage independence. Independent thinkers are notoriously difficult to govern. It continues to go on, but back to our main point. We have a public school system that is designed to keep us ignorant of our personal powers and to force us to rely on our leaders to solve our problems for us. Ever wonder why so few of those in power allow their own children to attend classes in the public school system? Yet we're supposed to rely on them and their information to take care of us. That's page 2.
Oh yeah, and I'm on chapter 2, page 13. So yeah, we both started these books this morning, and this is just the shit that we found already. So anyway, just a little note, because one is a college recommended book and one is just something we found on the old interwebs that we picked up as part of our library, which is growing. Anyway, enjoy it. Happy New Year, guys. Sorry for the mess of a video, but you know, we don't do any kind of editing or really give too much of a crap. So by this point, if you haven't figured that out, this was the last post you'll see from us. It was nice of you to see our page. We don't expect you back. But anyway, have a good one. Happy New Year.